What's up, everybody? Log in, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, J.Matthew TV. I'm going to go into part 3 of this docu-series that I'm doing, as far as the unveiling, the breaking down of the nature's all around me, boy. Y'all check this out. Squirrel over here. Got the bird over here making all that noise. They must know something. No, what you know? What you know, little birdie? Bird. And what else? And what God say? What God say? And to do what else? And expose who else? Alright. I'm see you. Yeah. Okay, you heard the bird. You heard the bird. It's time to tear their asses up. Alright. So we're gonna continue with this. This is the third installment of this docu-series of exposing these frauds. It's not even about exposing, it's about just putting the truth out there for you to see. All this shit that these people do to gain your confidence, your money, your trust, to pretend like they're your gods, to pretend like, there's no word above theirs, to sit there and to lie to people, telling them that you can do certain things for them and provide them services and help them become better people in life, to only be lying to them, to only be scamming them, to only wave guns in the camera and to act like you're in a gang. Not that you want to help people, but that you're all about your fucking self. And with that being said, let's go on to get into this, okay? Because about to see.
Peace and Black Power, family. Peace and Black Power. This your brother, Son Netta, man. And I'm gonna go back out. Because I said to myself, I promised the wifey that I will fall back for a minute and just chill. Because I'm going to tell y'all, family, for real, man, oh, man, I almost been gone. I was out of it for a minute. I was out of it. I was like, I don't know. I just been chilling, fam. Because sometimes a man could take but so much. And I found myself almost being taken away from my family.
Now I want y'all to know something. Okay, hold on for this one. Okay, this one is entitled Black Hypocrisy. And this is me basically breaking down within all this Boule and Aleister Crowley teaching and all of this Satanism that is going on. How blacks and people that look just like you, your color, are taking advantage of you, are lying to you, who will sit there and manipulate you the same way that they say the enemy, the white man, is doing to you. Okay? It takes, before I get into it, like, I mentioned this stuff before, but who am I? Ain't nobody, whatever. I was watching Young Pharaoh's docu-series that he did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And he said a lot of these things that I'm about to say as well. It's like people who are aware, they know what the fuck is going on. They see the fucking games and the bullshit. You can't sit there and do the same shit you seen the enemies doing and then ask people that look like you, when they ask you, why are you doing the shit? You want to draw the attention on the enemy again, where you're working for the fucking enemy, so then you become the enemy as well. Minister Farrakhan, Rizza Islam. If what Pharaoh said yesterday on this docu-series is true, if Rizza Islam is supposed to be the one to take over from Minister Farrakhan, then the NOI definitely going to have to, I don't even think they're going to I don't think he's mentoring him for that. I hope not, because that shit definitely going to fall apart if he's going to be the goddamn leader. I mean, you already got one fraudulent, lying, mastermind with setting up fucking murders and shit like that. You already got one of these niggas. He about to die. He about to kick the door. He's, you know what I mean? Him and Jesus is about this far from touching each other's hands. All right, from seeing each other. And I'm talking about Louis Farrakhan. Okay, he got like a foot in the grave and a foot in the wheelchair. Islam, he's too erratic. He's over the top. He says the white man is this, the white man is that. This man has been studying white religion and white-based beliefs far as Satanism and demonic shit goes ever since he was in college, and then had other students sneaking it to him, sneaking these teachings to them and manipulating them, having them think of something else. You can't be sitting up here being black doing shit that you saying the enemy's doing and then wonder why your own people, the ones that who aren't stupid or who are fucking wide awake, are going to question you. We're going to question you. You know what I mean? And then we can focus on the enemy. You can't, you know what I mean? These same motherfuckers be in the back, coming through the back door while you trying to shut the fucking front door on the enemy. Here comes some sneaky niggas that's looking like you that done sold theyself out for money, fame, popularity, just to be somebody, maybe because they felt like they wasn't. These are the yes sir master boss motherfuckers who are working and acting like they're you, and they're not. They're not. If I know that you pay bills every goddamn day and you need to make money for your family to survive, eat, and live and shit like that, what do I look like as a black man that's going to do the same thing that asks you to be a fucking Patreon? What do I look like telling you to give me money every fucking month and I don't live with you? I don't help feed your kids. I don't take them to school. I don't provide for you physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Who am I to ask you to make me one of your fucking bills? That shit to me is fucking asinine. I mean, how could you ask somebody some shit like that? How? And you know you're lying. If I can get two brothers to argue and make money off them, Sonetta, tell me what difference is that from divide and conquer from what you said y'all motherfuckers said Europeans did to us or doing to us? Is doing to us. What the fuck is the difference? There is no damn difference. And then you want to have these brothers sit up here and argue about religion and shit. You ain't getting nowhere. Y'all talking about old shit, and we got problems with religion and shit right now, right the fuck now. And you talking about old shit. You talking about old shit that none of y'all niggas can even really verify because y'all not even though y'all up there in age, a lot of y'all not even still, y'all niggas ain't old enough to even give a fucking reference to any goddamn thing that's solid or legit. So now you came from prison to the corner selling DVDs. Just like a nigga coming from prison, going back to the corner selling fucking dope. Alright? From the time you got out of prison, you said you was doing all this shit and sacrificing your life and everything else. What do you own or you can say that you accomplished other than making brothers argue with each other and charging people a dime for it? Tell me, polite as well. What do you own that's black owned, 100% legit yours, that you can say you accomplished and you succeed and you got it with your hands clean and every fucking thing? Not one goddamn thing. You two brothers can't even agree to disagree, and you can't even get yourself together enough to even have a building to call your fucking own. Y'all can't even get a van without fucking arguing. You know what I'm saying? When I'm looking at Dr. Umar say trifling Negroes, and I got 250,000 from y'all, but that ain't enough. I know y'all got more money than some $250,000. Then get up off your ass and get a fucking job then. If that's how you feel, money ain't moving fast enough. That's why people fucking work, sir. That's why we fucking work. Okay? Because even though you're building a school, you're still building a school in a system that ain't designed for you. Remember that. Okay? Remember that shit. So don't sit up here and say, "Oh, I wish I would. I'm not getting no job in this system and this go." You got to play with this fucking system if you want to even open a goddamn school. I'm sorry. It wouldn't even matter if we had a black president. There's still some white, Caucasian, European motherfuckers you got to get through in order to even do what the fuck it is that you lying and trying to do. I mean, the shit becomes too goddamn much.
Man, on a lot of crazy shit. Y'all feel me? And I've been riding around in my motherfucking shit. You know, going places, looking at shit. And I just came up with the shit like, yo, man, I gotta really get back to work.
Like, come on.
Cause I know y'all got a lot more.
Black hypocrisy. What is the difference between you niggas taking whatever little bit that's left from a black person? Like, look, we get beat down every fucking day, all fucking day long by police, our job, people over our heads at our job, life, family, friends, you know, relative, all kinds of other shit. Everything else in the world trying to fucking kill us, and here come you fucking street sweeping motherfuckers. We gonna take what little bit of crumbs and whatever fucking else left that you got that you might have tried to scrounge and savage or tried to save up, and we're gonna convince you this is who you are, this is your religion, and charge you a price for it. That's bullshit. You mean tell me I got only $10 left in my name at the end of the month, nigga, and you want me to be a patron and donate two of them dollars to you? You gonna leave me with 8 just to talk to me, just to fucking talk to me through a fucking device. You're not even offering no type of fucking services. Watching two niggas argue about whose religion's more righter, that's not offering no goddamn service. All you're doing is making people, you're charging people to be more fucking confused than what they probably already fucking are. And again, I've said this in my old channel, I'll say it now. These black roaches that they call themselves fucking leaders, they know that we have been so torn the fuck up spiritually as black people from the shit that we've gone through, that we looking for something to believe in. And you know, and we, you know, black people, we're also very religious, and we're very, 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 very fucking loyal. We get beat like a dog and we're still fucking loyal. And these niggas know this shit because they black. They're just like you. They know their own weaknesses, and they ploy on and they pry on that shit. And it's bullshit. You want more fucking money, Umar Johnson? Stop buying all them fucking smocks. Clean up your goddamn house and get a fucking job. You're the trifling Negro that you speak about. Farrakhan, you talking about, don't you want your hair to be the same texture as your eyebrows, and you betrayed God, and that's why your hair got nappy? Negro, where did you get this blasphemous bullshit from? Where? Because if I stand corrected, Malcolm X had a process in his hair, did he not? He went to jail. Shit, when the fucking police busting his shit, he was putting a goddamn process in his fucking hair and burnt his shit halfway off. So, if he was putting fucking white chemicals in his hair, and then a brother from your organization told him that's the devil and shit, putting all them chemicals and shit in your hair, trying to be white and look white, how is it that you turn around and you're saying that to look that way is that's what we're supposed to be, and if you don't look that way, then you're being cursed? You're being disciplined by God? You're trying to keep up to be something where I don't have to do that every day. I don't have to put a process and shit in my hair to make sure that it keeps one texture, and that's naturally who the fuck I am. I mean, your teacher, let me say, your leader used to be Elijah Muhammad, who believes in another motherfucker who's a white man, who's a fucking Satanist. How do you contradict yourself full circle? And then how are these people believing in this? The NOY, the FOI? How are y'all believing a contradiction that comes full circle and is smack? I say this about Nature Boy. I say this about all these situations. These people, you run in circles and you run from your fucking self. You're going to run right smack dab into your own goddamn self. Every person in this shit has proven this.
Give me this some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people. I'm gonna call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended.
Well, sir, I don't give a fuck if you get offended. From the look of your house, from the way that you dress and carry yourself outside your home, it appears to me that you're the Negro that's trifling. It's not like you film yourself at work. You know, you like, brothers and sisters, I'm here working, trying to get to that goal. Make sure you donate. You know, I'm taking 10% of every check I get, and it's going to donations so we can get. You don't never hear. I don't hear none of that shit. You're not going to. You're not going to. Not from none of these black, fake, conscious, fucking black, fake, pimp, preacher ass motherfuckers. You're not going to hear that shit. These Leon Lonnie Love motherfuckers. I'm serious. I'm so fucking serious. And they done took it off the pulpit because the pulpit now is too much of an obvious thing, you know. Now it's more like we're gonna get deeper than Jesus and God. We're gonna talk about, you know, where God came from and why these motherfuckers said we gotta worship Jesus and we ain't African, we this, we that. Y'all motherfuckers arguing in the street all goddamn day. Y'all wasted 24 fucking hours. You had the day to do something different, and you didn't. And then you let this nigga keep getting y'all into the shit over and over and over again. Over and fucking over again. You know these niggas ain't stable. They can't even keep in one goddamn place. Look at Polite. How many fucking mansions have you rented? And how many houses do you fucking own? How many cars have you rented? How many cars do you fucking own? Let's talk about that shit. How many real physical black people you can put in front of a camera and they can say, look at the home that this brother helped me purchase or get or use the system. This is a person who was about to be locked up for life, but you know what I mean, with the information I had to help this brother, he was able to avoid that. Where are those people at? Where are those people at? Where Umar Johnson? Umar, all I see is a dirty house. All I've seen is a dirty fucking house. I see you could produce dirt. That's what I see. Bouncing from place to place. I'm trying to get to school. Then you walk these people and have them film a dirty ass school that got some lights on. I don't know how the fuck you did that. But then it's black, and then you need $1 million to basically use a mop and a broom and a fucking rag to clean the fucking graffiti off and paint it over and sweep and pick the fucking old tables and shit and throw it in the trash. You need $1 million for that? You call somebody trifling? You said this. You said this after having that fucking nasty ass room. That shit like just a room. That wasn't even the whole fucking house.
We can handle that outside. We trifling. I should have been had that $2 million. I should have had that $2 million 30 days after I started the fundraiser on May the 20th. It don't make no sense. But y'all sure call me up when the school's messing with your son. Did you make it donation?
Do you know one person who has $1 million, Umar Johnson? Do you know somebody who has $1 million? Do you have any friends at all that have $1 million? If you don't, how can you expect people who work every day trying to make ends meet? They got families, they got their own problems. You're bringing a situation to them. You should be the most humblest, the most nicest, kindest person you can fucking be. name calling and all that other shit, I don't know how the fuck that's going to get you any goddamn where. And I'm gonna be quite frank with you, and I'm gonna be honest. And I was going to show it before, but know that I got receipts that you don't even own that fucking school. Okay? You didn't have it for a fucking while. Well, let me correct it. You purchased it, but you still don't fucking own it. And you purchased the motherfucker for about $10. So with all that other donation money that you got, where the fuck is it at? Where is it? Trifling Negroes, since Negroes are so trifling, people gave you 200. You said you got $250,000. $250,000. Okay, that's a lot of black people that work hard. That's a lot. When you think of the circumstances and the fucking situations that people got to go through, because and then have that much faith. Like I said, be loyal. Have that much faith to believe in you and send that money. You purchased the school for about $10 to $12 fucking dollars. Where the fuck is the rest of this money at? What have you been doing with this money? You can't say I've been living off of it, because we already see you can't even keep a well kept home. Okay, you can't say I've been putting it towards the school because the school looks like shit, and you're saying you need $1 million just to clean. You lied and said you needed contractors to restore the fucking thing. You was asking people for all these professional services for fucking free, on top of getting don't. Fuck out of here.
To my school? Oh, not yet. Bye. Click. That's the new Umar. You want some help with your son? Did I get it? Don't.
This is the European mindset. Remember, they for black people, but this is their mindset.
So far, we raised $250,000. I'm gracious, but I'm not content, because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000.
Now, him saying that, what is the difference from him saying that and a white man over you, or a fucking slave owner over you with a whip, saying, you know, yeah, you cleared half the yard, you cleared half the field today picking cotton, but you know, I'm still content. You know, I know you niggers can dig in, and y'all niggers can pick faster than that. What is the difference? What is the fucking difference? So how are you helping black people by putting pressure on them like this? How is this helping them? Where do you work at again? When's the last time you filed a W-2 for a fucking job? Okay. I fucking digress. I want one of these niggas to show me some shit that they filled out a W-2 because they was working. Not because they claimed some shit on some greaseball Donald Trump shit because they could claim it for taxes. I want you to show me some fucking W-2s, niggas. Polite, Sonetta, Umar, Hassan Campbell, fake raping ass.
When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his deed.
Black hypocrisy right there. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to direct it another way and use white folks, because black people love that shit. That numbs our ears. Like when we hear another black person saying something about white people, that's the first thing we think, you know, yeah, slavery, fuck white people. That's the first thing. And they know that. These motherfuckers know that shit. Don't feed into that shit, because you had a nice white person one time in your life somewhere across the line. The motherfucker let you get in front of them in line, or, you know, had the last hot dog, something. So you know this shit is already bullshit. And even if you would go to some of the shit that Polite is teaching and you hear him, Polite has said he can't have black friends because they would fuck up his business. And he needs white friends because they'll look out for him. My black friends won't. They will fuck up my business, and we're not capable or smart enough to be in the world and the shit that he's in, because for some reason, I guess when he got to a certain level, he wasn't white. He became white. He wasn't black no more.
In dollars before somebody bought them schools. That's what I'm hoping. Okay? So if you need the information to mail in a check or donation, if you brought a check or money order, make it payable to FDMG Academy.
Who's still writing
sure
checks?
Your name, address, and phone numbers on your donation. I really don't want cash. I prefer to have a paper trail with your donation. But if you got to make it cash, you need to put it in a piece of paper, wrap it up, do not give me raw cash, put it in a piece of paper with your name, your phone number, your email address on it. Why? Because when we finally open up that school, everybody who helped me, whether they gave me $1 or $1 billion, I want to make sure they get properly honored. I want to have an honorary ceremony for the people who cared enough to help me build that school. I need everybody in here to come up with a dollar amount that you can afford to mail every month, and you mail it. I don't care if it's $10, $20, $50. You come up with what you can afford and you send me that. I'm getting sick and tired of getting texts on my cell phone for black folk talking about I've donated, like they done. You gave me $25 damn and you think you free now.
You see this black hypocrisy? But you ask that nigga, what did he do that day? That person bust their ass and sent that $25 fucking dollars that he can match that. He didn't do a goddamn thing. These motherfuckers don't work. All they do is beg. They scammers. They liars. They're cheats. They're frauds. They're hypocrites. They would sit there and use the same logic that they say the enemy is using against us to get at you as well. But they know that they may have more leverage doing it because they look like you. Don't get it fucked up, man. And remember this. Lucifer is an angel. Okay? Lucifer was right next to God at one point. Alright? Lucifer looks just like the most beautiful angel, looked just like everyone else or everything else that was around it. And look what the fuck happened. So don't think for a minute, there aren't black people out there that, they got your best interests at heart because they're black too. No, don't just listen to something because of rhythm.